Yo, it's boy Marcus and we're sitting back with a video. Today we are doing a little bit of a BR gameplay on KRAI. I kind of want to talk about KRAI and do more of an in-depth breakdown of my thoughts on the map, since they just did a big update to it and it's different now. There's just a few more features here and there, and I feel like what the big update was when the new season came out, seems like there's a couple more real squads on the map. That's just how it feels. I feel like I'm running into more real people in BR generally. Like, I'm just running into more real people. I usually play first person. So when you go from every lobby being complete bot lobbies every game to now there's actually a real team or two real teams that you're having to fight every game on a consistent basis, you notice that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm getting shot at. Like, I'm actually going to die. You know what I mean? Whereas I literally hit legendary every season and I don't even get killed. You know what I mean? So it's then, I think it's a good change. I do. I think it should be 40 real people in the map. But for first person, that'd be really difficult because, you know how people are. They don't want to play first person. They just want to play third person. I don't get it. It's Call of Duty, man. It's first person. But this game, it's feeling all right. You know what I mean? BR inherently is kind of boring. It's boring. It just is. Like, I feel like it's just such a slower paced game. Like, I am running around the map as much as I can in this game. I think I finished with 30 kills. Like, that's a lot more than most people get. But I feel like I was just kind of, I don't know. It's like, whatever. Not a big deal. I wish, like, loadouts were a thing. Like, those purple Arsenal airdrops would drop down quicker on this map and Alcatraz. You know what I mean? Like, make it quick, make it fast paced, make it, just add that little extra flair. Maybe they just put one drop somewhere on the map, and then if you want it, go get it at the start of the game, right? You don't know where it's at until you land. Or you could put it somewhere on the map before, and then everybody will want to land on it so they can get the gun quicker, and it'll be chaos. Everybody's just down there with, like, fists and knives or whatever. So I think these smaller maps like KRAI and Alcatraz should get a little bit something like that. I don't want to compare KRAI size to Alcatraz size because I'm pretty sure Alcatraz is way smaller than KRAI. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's way smaller. KRAI is huge, and it's not huge compared to like Blackout or Isolated, but it's still it's big in comparison to Alcatraz. Is basically what I'm saying. Alcatraz is like a tiny map. So with this thing, you'll see me here, man. I do run into a real team somewhere, I think, in this game, but I don't remember when. And there's a lot of bots. Holy smoke. Sometimes you'll just be playing KRAI and you'll just run into like 10 bots just back to back to back to back over and over and over again. It's crazy. This is that circumstance because they're just everywhere. I don't even have enough ammo to shoot any of these guys. So that is part of the reason. Like, we're in Village too. We're at the top of the map, like the end of the road here. This road goes off the map. Speaking of off the map, they added a tram or train to the map. Very interesting. So where you normally zip line around through station into Safari and then back to station, then back around towards whatever you call it, Sanatorium, like that zip line now has a tram that runs on it, and it'll go, you can hop on it. Let's say you want to hop on at station. If you stay on it long enough, it will take you off the map and you will die. So it's kind of it's a cool feature. I don't really know, with there not being that many real people on the map, it's not necessarily something to ever use. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm fighting in station and I got to dip out. You know what I mean? I hop in the train because you can still zip line. So you would be able to get away just fine if you just hopped on a zip line or you just flew out of the station or whatever. It's a nice feature. It's good to have. I mean, it's just another part of the game to make it more intricate and fun. But it is kind of like, I already have the zip line there. Why would I take this in most circumstances? Now, if you were hiding from somebody who was already shooting at you and you could just hop in there and now you have cover and you can shoot back, that's fine. That's good. Maybe use it then. But I mean, with VR classes and stuff like that, how often are you really going to find yourself in that situation? I don't know, man. Not very often, if we're being quite honest. So it's a nice feature. I think they should focus more on features that they could add into this map to make people want to come back and play it more. And I think if you did that for the two small maps, you just made it to where they drop arsenal weapon packages more often. That would be beneficial to people, and people will want to play it more because then they could get their loadout MSMC like what I have here and run around with that and use it. I'll show this class setup at the end. I think the MSMC in BR is way better than the MSMC in multiplayer. It's crazy. It feels really good in BR. I don't know why that is. I can't really explain that at all, but really good here. Terrible in multiplayer, mainly because other guns are infinitely better in multiplayer, but in BR, this thing feels pretty good. So if you want to rock an SMG, I would suggest throwing on the old MSMC and having some fun. It's actually a good time. I'll show the class up at the end, as well for the XM4. I'll show that class at the end that I was using in BR. I found a much better one specifically for BR. I still use that same class setup that I showed in my nuke video in multiplayer. So that would still be my favorite class setup to run it with. That being said, talking about the map, the train was the big new thing. A lot more real people seem to be running around the map, so that's also interesting. Which brings out more of the other features of the map, like how it plays and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to say a map plays, kind of campy when you don't run into real people. You got to run into real people to say it's kind of campy. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So yeah, I do think the map is solid. I don't find it to be campy. When I do run into real people, it seems like everybody's generally going to be running around and engaging each other. I feel like BR players are just kind of like, I think nobody takes it seriously. So that's kind of a thing. Like, it is BR ranked, but no, it's like there's only one mode, so it's all ranked. So you know what I mean? It's not like there is no pubs for BR. So I feel like that's just kind of the way the game gets treated, because that's just how it is. As for the map, I like the map. I kind of covered everything I had to say about the map. I've also done some shorts about like every location and my thoughts. My favorite location is the Safari. I think it's a unique place that is just less common. You know what I mean? Like, somebody had to think of that, right? Sanatorium is just like, hey, why don't we make Sanitarium from Isolated and just throw it on this map, and then change the A for an O. How about that? Does that work? And then somebody was like, that's genius. Give him a raise. And then now that guy's planning more stuff, even though he's an idiot. I feel like that's exactly how that goes. That's so messed up, but that's probably how it goes. Anyway, and then Village, kind of just, the houses do look nice over there. I like that. Parish looks fine. That one building looks like the Kremlin building, whatever you call that thing. That looks fine, and the layout's different from the other maps, so that's solid. Like, the building layout is just different, and the buildings are different style of buildings. It's not like the same thing copy and pasted, so that is nice. I feel like industrial's trash. That's just like the same industrial place on any map, any BR map ever, so that's why I don't really care for that. And then stations, the main hub, so there's a lot of stuff going on there, and that generally makes it better than it might actually be. But yeah, places I like to go. I like to go to Safari. If that was a hot drop place, I would be there all the time. So that's just my thoughts overall on KRAI, things of that nature. I will be legendary by tonight. That being said, I'll make my normal video where I post like the picture of the legendary things, because I will be hitting legendary for the 30th time in both modes. So I think that makes me officially an old head. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications if you want to. It's been your boy Marcus Omorsini. I'm out. Peace.